Imagine being involved in a child custody case where the court must make decisions based on the child's best interests, stability, and overall well-being. A character reference letter can provide the court with another person's direct observations of a parent's behavior, responsibility, and relationship with the child. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to write a child custody reference letter. We will go through the letter section by section, explain what to write, look at the full sample wording, and explain why each part is important. The key is to stay truthful, focus on personal observations, and avoid making claims about matters you do not personally know. Let's begin with the sender's information. Sender's information. This section identifies the person writing the reference letter and gives the court a way to verify or contact the writer if necessary. For a custody matter, credibility is especially important. Include your full name, current mailing address, email address, and telephone number. Make sure all of this information is accurate and current. The person writing the letter should also have a genuine relationship with the parent or family being discussed. Date. Next, include the date. The sample uses August 21st, 2026. The date establishes when the reference letter was written. For court-related correspondence, the date is important because it creates a clear record of when the writer provided the statement. Always use the actual date you are preparing or sending the letter. Recipient information. This identifies the intended recipient of the letter. When writing a custody reference letter, address the letter appropriately based on the court and circumstances. If you know the specific judge's name and the court permits that form of address, you can use the appropriate name and title. The important point is to make the intended recipient clear. Subject line. Now we have the subject. Subject. Character reference for Olivia Ellington in child custody matter. The subject tells the court immediately why the letter is being submitted. A specific subject line is better than something vague, such as reference letter. It identifies both the purpose of the letter and the person being discussed. Keep the subject professional and factual. Next is the salutation. Dear Judge, a formal greeting should always be included. Because this letter is addressed to the court, the greeting should remain respectful and professional. Now let's move into the main body of the letter. Opening paragraph. Explain your relationship. The first paragraph says, I am writing this letter to provide a character reference for Olivia Ellington in connection with her child custody matter. I have known Olivia for more than 7 years as a close family friend, and during this time, I have had many opportunities to observe her relationship with her child and her approach to parenting. This opening establishes why you are writing and explains your relationship with the parent. This is important because the court needs to understand who you are and how you know the person you are recommending. Notice that the writer does not immediately make a broad statement such as, Olivia is the best parent. Instead, the writer explains the length and nature of the relationship. When writing your own letter, be honest about how long you have known the person and how you have personally observed their relationship with their child. Paragraph 2. Describe responsibility and care. The next paragraph says, Olivia has consistently demonstrated patience, responsibility, and genuine concern for her child's well-being. She makes an effort to provide a stable and supportive home environment and takes her parental responsibilities seriously. From my observations, she is attentive to her child's educational, emotional, and everyday needs. This paragraph focuses on the parent's qualities and behavior. The important point here is that the writer connects positive qualities to actual observations. Instead of simply listing adjectives such as responsible or caring, explain how those qualities appear in the parent's behavior. For example, you might discuss consistency, involvement in education, daily care, or emotional support, but only if you have personally observed those things. Paragraph 3. Give specific parenting observations. The next section provides more detail. I have personally seen Olivia make decisions based on what she believes is best for her child, rather than focusing solely on her own interests. She maintains a consistent routine, encourages her child's education, and makes time for family activities. She also understands the importance of providing appropriate boundaries while allowing her child to develop independence and confidence. This paragraph is important because it gives the letter more substance. A strong reference letter should not simply say that someone is a good parent. It should explain what the writer has actually seen. Specific observations can make a statement more credible. However, avoid exaggerating. Do not claim to have witnessed events that you did not personally observe. Paragraph 4. Discuss cooperation. The next paragraph says, another quality I have observed is Olivia's willingness to cooperate when circumstances require it. She understands that maintaining a healthy relationship between a child and both parents can be important when it is safe and appropriate. She has expressed her desire to keep disagreements between adults separate from her child's life and to minimize unnecessary stress for the child. This section discusses cooperation and the parent's approach to the child's relationship with both parents. This can be relevant in a custody matter because the focus should remain on the child's well-being. Notice the careful wording, particularly the phrase, when it is safe and appropriate. A reference writer should avoid making assumptions about legal custody arrangements or circumstances they do not personally know. Keep the focus on what you have actually observed or heard directly. Paragraph 5. Give examples of dependability. The next paragraph provides practical examples. Olivia is also dependable in fulfilling her responsibilities. When she makes a commitment concerning her child, she takes that commitment seriously. I have personally witnessed her arrange transportation to school activities, attend important appointments, and make herself available when her child needs support. This is another important part of the letter because it provides concrete examples. Specific examples are generally more useful than general praise. For your own letter, think about situations you personally witnessed. Perhaps you saw the parent attend school events, help with homework, arrange transportation, attend appointments, or provide support during important situations. Only include examples that are truthful and within your personal knowledge. Paragraph 6. Give your overall reference. The next paragraph brings the observations together. Based on my personal observations, I believe Olivia provides her child with care, stability, guidance, and emotional support. I respectfully ask the court to consider these observations when evaluating the custody arrangements that are in the child's best interests. This is the main recommendation. The writer summarizes the qualities they have personally observed and respectfully asks the court to consider them. Notice that the writer does not tell the judge what legal decision to make. Instead, the writer provides observations and leaves the ultimate decision to the court. That approach helps keep the letter professional and appropriate. Important limitation: stay within personal knowledge. The next paragraph is especially important. I understand that the court will make its decision based on the evidence and applicable law, and I do not intend to offer an opinion beyond my personal knowledge. I am simply providing an honest account of what I have observed during the time I have known Olivia and her child. This paragraph establishes an important boundary. A character reference writer should not pretend to know facts that they have not personally witnessed. For example, avoid making accusations about the other parent, repeating rumors, or presenting secondhand information as fact. Your role is to provide an honest account of your own observations. Offer additional information. The next paragraph says, if the court requires additional information regarding my relationship with Olivia or the observations described in this letter, I would be willing to provide further information. This gives the court a way to request clarification if necessary. It also shows that the writer is willing to stand behind the information provided in the letter. You can include your contact information at the beginning of the letter, and this sentence reinforces your willingness to answer reasonable questions. Closing. The final paragraph says, Thank you for taking the time to consider this reference. This is a short and respectful closing. There is no need to repeat every argument in the final paragraph. Simply thank the court for reviewing the letter. Finally, the letter ends with, "Sincerely, Marcus Ellington." Use a professional closing followed by the writer's name. If the letter is being printed, the writer can sign above the typed name. Before submitting a child custody reference letter, review every statement carefully. Make sure your observations are truthful, specific, and based on your personal knowledge. Focus on the parent's relationship with the child, responsibility, stability, care, and behavior that you have actually witnessed. Thank you for watching Writing Tutorials. I hope this guide has helped you understand how to write a professional child custody reference letter. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like the video, subscribe to Writing Tutorials, and stay tuned for more step-by-step writing guides. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next tutorial.